TRIS Rating, Thailand's oldest credit rating agency, on Tuesday signed a relationship agreement with Standard & Poor's Sovereign Agency, or S&P, with hopes to renew their relations and support, as well as open new doors into Thailand through ASEAN framework. The signing of relationship agreements in Bangkok marked a renewal of partnership between both agencies since 1996, when S&P had provided TRIS with technical support during the first 3 years of its foundation in 1993. The partnership will involve technical collaborations and supports for the ratings of structured finance instruments, as well as advancing credit rating services into a broader market. It is as well in line with the direction of the capital market development in Thailand under ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, in 2015. Kim Eng Tan, S&P's head on Asia-Pacific sovereign ratings, said Thailand's BBB+ rating has some strengths and weaknesses, with several weak points to stem from prolonged political uncertainties and last year's economic downturn from the major flooding. Nonetheless, regional sovereign rating is on the positive trend.
In general, we are relatively positive on the sovereign ratings in the ASEAN region. In fact, we have Indonesia and Philippines on positive outlook now, so there is a chance that their ratings may actually move up in the next 6 months to 18 months. For the rest, they are mainly on a stable outlook, except for Vietnam, where we continue to think that macroeconomic instability may cause the government's ratings to come down.
And what about Thailand, that it has faced a natural disaster last year, and it has picked up a little bit within this year with the government's move to get some debt, raise some debts and raise some fund for the flood management? How are we looking in terms of Thailand only?
At the moment, we still think that the Thai sovereign credit ratings are stable, mainly because on the economic front, even despite the floods, the economic growth prospects of Thailand remains relatively healthy. And at the same time, while we think that the government debts will increase, they are rising from a relatively low level compared to international peers. So at the moment, we continue to believe that despite the additional pressures put on Thailand by the floods, the ratings are not going to move down.
On TRIS rating side, Santi Kiranan, president of the agency, shared that the relationship agreement with S&P will help boost industries toward the coming of AEC.
S&P has the major role in setting up our companies last 20 years. So this event is a kind of reunion between TRIS and S&P once again. In fact, I think our relationship, between TRIS and S&P will open the new chapter for the credit rating service in Thailand. Prior to this period, TRIS rating serves only the local market, and S&P serves the international market, while S&P offers both ASEAN scale and international scale. TRIS rating offers only the national scale. By our relationship, we might create the new service. For example, if an issuer would like to issue both international market and domestic market, we can package for our service together. That's the first thing. The second thing is that according to the long history of the S&P, they gain a lot of experience in terms of credit rating methodologies. That's why our quite young company like TRIS Rating, only 20 years, we can learn from them. They can transfer their technical know-how to us, while we know very best on our local market. If we combine this together, we could serve our clients for the best service.
Yes, and for today, there's also a theme of the AEC 2015. So is this relationship going to look forward into the regional cooperation as well?
Of course. According to our agreement, S&P serves but most of all countries in ASEAN. However, there are some that they are still not in their list. I think that is the opportunity for us. We can explore the opportunity on the ASEAN countries, which right now they are not served by S&P. That's the first thing once again. And you know that in fact we have clients in domestic market, but we will not stop to just explore in the domestic market. We would like to explore more than that, and S&P will help us to explore the new opportunities on the Asian markets.
องค์อนันต์ อมาตยกุล The Nation News Team reporting for ASEAN TV